Hey guys, welcome back to the Blissful Athlete. Thank you for tuning in. So today I wanted to answer a question by one of my followers, EA. They asked how to get over bad memories, and when you do so, does this help the chakras open up? And the question is a very good one, and the answer for the chakras is yes. Once you relieve yourself of these bad memories, the chakras will open up. But why is that, and how is that? And really, to answer your question, how to get over these bad memories first and foremost. And the interesting thing is, your body has the ability to store information. We store it within our muscle memory, our bile memory, deep down into our bones itself. And this is a science also that's been proven by modern science. But now the issue is, how does this get stored and how to relieve ourselves from these memories? Well, mainly how it's stored is when a bad memory happens, when a moment in time happens, that fear, let's say, or the depression or the sadness, it gets stored deep within us. And now, since it's there, that's what's actually blocking the chakra, blocking that energy system. And until that energy is pulled out through pulling out the memory, that chakra is going to be blocked, and we're not going to have a constant flow of energy and of the Kundalini Shakti and awaken ourselves to ultimately higher states of consciousness. So how do we relieve ourselves from bad memories, whether we lost a spouse or maybe we just had a bad injury? Anything, whether it has to do with the mental, the physical component, there's various different dimensions that we can be relieving ourselves of. And the system is this. It is a 4-step process called the Samskara Dahana Kriya. And this is a Kriya that has been known since ancient times, the Vedic civilization. This was a science that was already proven. And what happens is you write down the pain pattern. So when you write it down, imagining yourself as if you were that being. So if you were 4 years old and you have this memory of your dad yelling at you for some incident, writing down what exactly you were wearing, who was yelling at you, maybe it was your dad, maybe it was your mom, how that made you feel, every absolute small detail that you can recall, writing that down, and then from that moment, again, writing down every other memory that you can recall. And you go from the earliest memory to the most recent memory, and then from there, that's step 1. Step 2 is you relive that in your inner space. So sitting there in a meditative space and imagining yourself being that being. So being that 4-year-old kid, being that 16-year-old kid, whatever age you were, imagining yourself wearing the same clothes, in the same exact scene, picturing the people that were around you. And once you do that, that is when you're actually bringing yourself back to that information that's stored within the body. Now, I want you to feel the emotions, okay? So when you're doing this, really feel what happened. Maybe it was a really depressing time. You should feel that depression deep within you. You should have the tears coming if you were sad and you were crying. When you're doing that, that's reliving it to relieve the information that was there. After you relive it within your inner space, the next step, step 3, is to do it in a mirror. So you have your mirror and you have each situation that you've written down, and you relive it by looking in the mirror, imagining that the person in the mirror is that young boy or that young girl. Once you do that with each memory and you felt the emotion, you really feel like it's pulling out, you're on to the next and final step, which is to relive it with somebody else. And how we do that is we sit down and we legitimately look in the eyes of that person, imagine as if they were us. And you tell them exactly what happened, how you responded, how you felt. And when you're doing this, the person should not respond at all. They should just be looking at you with a blank stare. They shouldn't even be listening to what you're saying because it's actually irrelevant. But you're looking and you're speaking to them as if they were that young person. And at the very end of it all, you say, you know what, and I'm dropping this and I'm completing it. And what happens is you feel a tremendous opening in your heart, in your stomach, in whatever area that blockage is there. You'll feel it open up and you'll feel like a whole new being. Now, this is an easy way to beat depression, to beat so many different issues that we have stored within us. And the science to getting this completely out of us is doing this process 48 days in a row. I promise you, if you do this 48 days in a row, it's gonna completely pull out any depression that you have, any self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denying thoughts that you have, the SDHDs as my guru calls it. If you do this system, if you perform this science following it to a T, I promise you, you will break out of any depression, any doubt that you have. And it just is something so simple, but we don't really put the time and effort into it. So I highly recommend to you performing the Samskara Dahana Kriya. And this simple 4-step process will break you free and really pull you out of any doubt or any depression, any subtle low that you have. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you try it out yourself, and I'm looking forward to hearing what your feedback is. Please let me know if you did the process. Put it down in the comments and I can respond to you. We can engage, and maybe I can help you out if you get stuck at any point. And if you think that this helped you out as well, give it a like. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you want to learn more about some of the Vedic sciences to breaking out of the inner shell that we've created ourselves and breaking free to your own super conscious realization, then please subscribe to the channel. And as always, guys, thank you for tuning in and looking forward to seeing you on the next video. Be blissful.